Multiplying your entire salary by 12 is the worst piece of financial advice you can follow to build a safety net. When people hear they need a full year of expenses saved, they calculate their total income, stare at a terrifying figure, and quit before making a single transfer. The system is built on a fundamental misunderstanding. You are saving to cover your baseline survival, not your current lifestyle. It is possible to save 12 months of expenses on a $30,000 salary without extreme couponing or depriving yourself of basic comforts. The process requires 5 precise moves, executed in order, designed for individuals operating with absolutely no financial margin. Survey data from Bankrate paints a stark picture of financial fragility. Only 3 in 10 Americans state they could comfortably pay a $1,000 emergency expense directly from savings. The remaining 7 out of 10 individuals reach for a credit card, borrow, or go without when a vehicle transmission fails. Nearly 60% confirm they could not cover it without falling into debt. Even among individuals with an emergency fund, the median balance sits at a mere $5,000. That equates to barely 2 months of rent and groceries. The trap that catches most people is that operating without a cushion turns minor inconveniences into major financial events. A $400 car repair charged to a credit card at 20% interest quickly costs $600 by the time it is cleared. Often, the next expense hits before the initial debt is resolved, causing the balance to creep upward. This cycle does not mean you are bad with money. It means you are running with zero margin. Operating with no margin dictates that every gust of wind knocks you flat. An emergency fund is not designed to make you wealthy. Its primary function is to buy you time. Time is exactly why a full year of savings is superior to the standard advice of 3 to 6 months. The traditional guideline was established for a calmer job market. Currently, the average person who experiences job loss spends close to 6 months securing their next position. Approximately 1 in 4 individuals remains unemployed for more than half a year. Relying on 6 months of savings assumes life proceeds according to average statistical expectations. A full year assumes life will not go to plan. Earning $30,000 a year leaves no room for blind optimism. You must build for the bad version of the story. The word emergency sounds dramatic, but reality is mundane. Emergencies look like a water heater dying in February, a check engine light 2 weeks before payday, or a child needing a $200 prescription. In isolation, these events are survivable. The issue is that emergencies never wait their turn. They overlap, and one bad month forces a person into long-term debt. The first move is to identify your strict survival number, completely ignoring your overall income. Collect 3 months of bank statements and divide every dollar spent into 2 distinct categories. The first pile consists solely of expenses required to keep a roof over your head and food in your body. This includes rent, utilities, a basic phone plan, groceries, transportation to work, required minimum debt payments, and basic insurance. The second pile contains everything else. Your baseline survival number is almost always significantly lower than your actual spending. On a take-home pay of roughly $2,100, a heavily audited survival number might sit at approximately $1,650 a month. Multiplying that baseline by 12 establishes a full year target of $19,800. While substantial, it is grounded in reality rather than inflation. Documenting this number on paper reveals that life costs hundreds of dollars less per month than anticipated when stripped to the essentials. The distance between what you think you need and what you actually need is the raw material you redirect toward your safety. The second move is enforcing physical separation of these funds. A safety net cannot reside in a primary checking account. Money that remains easily accessible via a single screen tap is inevitably spent. The solution is opening a separate, high-yield savings account at an online bank. This single infrastructural choice performs more heavy lifting than standard budgeting. A traditional savings account yields approximately 0.38%. In contrast, strong online accounts yield around 4.15% or higher, delivering 10 times the financial return for the exact same deposit. These online institutions provide FDIC insurance up to $250,000, offering identical structural protection to major local banks. When a legitimate need arises, funds can be transferred back to a checking account within 1 to 2 business days. By simply utilizing a high-yield account, a $19,800 balance can generate nearly $1,000 in passive interest during the accumulation phase. In a normal account, that same capital produces less than $100. Choosing the correct banking vehicle silently provides hundreds of extra dollars. Ensure the chosen account features no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and explicit FDIC insurance. Ignore flashy sign-up bonuses or temporary teaser rates in favor of a plain, reliable account. The third move is automating the baseline contribution to ensure willpower is never a factor. Relying on discipline is a flawed strategy. Consider a worker who plans to save whatever is left at the end of the month. In practice, there is never anything left because money exposed to 30 days of temptation will find a way to be spent. The counter strategy is establishing an automatic transfer the morning after every payday. Moving a set amount, such as $475, which equates to roughly 20% of a $2,100 take-home pay, before it can be rationalized away is critical. This transfer must be treated strictly as a fixed bill, completely non-negotiable. Once the capital vanishes automatically, the remainder of the month is built around what is left. Motivation is unreliable and depletes, but a standing bank instruction executes flawlessly every time. If a 20% transfer is currently impossible, initiating the system with $25 or $50 is sufficient. The first vital milestone is reaching $1,000 saved. Crossing that initial threshold fundamentally alters your psychological state, converting a flat tire from a full-blown crisis into a minor annoyance. A tiny amount saved consistently beats a large deposit you are endlessly waiting to afford. The fourth move focuses on aggressive acceleration utilizing unbudgeted capital. While automated transfers provide a steady foundation, windfalls bridge the final gap. The most significant accelerator is the annual tax refund. If you qualify for credits that result in a refund of over $1,000, that entire sum must be routed straight into the emergency fund the day it is issued. It must never touch the primary checking account. While some view large refunds as inefficient tax planning, for someone struggling to build a cushion, it acts as highly effective forced savings. Additional acceleration comes from occasional extra shifts or minor side work generating under $100 a month. Furthermore, every instance of found money must be captured. This includes birthday gifts, small class action settlement checks, or cash generated from selling unused household items. The operating rule is absolute. Any dollar that is not strictly assigned a job in the monthly budget belongs exclusively to the fund. Funneling unexpected capital into one protected location compounds quickly, transforming a slow crawl into thousands of dollars. The fifth and final move is protecting the accumulated capital from your own rationalizations. Building the balance is only half the execution. Keeping the money untouched is the harder phase. Before any crisis occurs, document exactly what qualifies as a legitimate emergency. The criteria must dictate that the event is unexpected, absolutely necessary, and highly urgent. A vehicle repair required to maintain employment qualifies. A discounted weekend flight does not. Defining these parameters while in a calm state ensures you are not negotiating with yourself during a weak moment of temptation. A strict refilling protocol is also mandatory. Anytime capital is deployed, replenishing it becomes the highest financial priority. The fund operates as a bucket with a slow, perpetual leak called daily life. Finally, the capital must remain entirely liquid and thoroughly boring. A common error is moving emergency cash into the stock market or cryptocurrency to chase higher yields. This capital is not an investment. Its singular job is to sit idle and untouched, guaranteeing immediate availability on the worst day of your year, regardless of broader market conditions. Adhering to this framework ensures you meet severe instability equipped with a mathematical plan rather than panic. Executing this system requires patience. Building a $19,800 reserve through steady transfers, tax refunds, and found money takes approximately 30 months. It is a slow, unglamorous process. Eventually, you log in and realize a full year of your baseline existence is sitting in an account, fully funded. The ultimate realization is that the process was never actually about the currency itself. The underlying value is the physiological shift the money provides. The quiet dread of unknown phone numbers fades. When a work environment turns toxic, you no longer have to absorb the abuse. You possess the verified option to walk away. Capital that simply sits idle in a high-yield account proves to be the most active money you will ever hold. It continuously purchases calm, steadiness, and leverage. Establishing this strict mathematical safety net is the only variable separating individuals who dictate their own terms from those who remain one bad week away from total disaster.